This is Sung, and I'm the Principal and Director of Sky Academy, and in this episode what I want to be doing is looking at complementary events. Alright, so we're working our way through probability, and complementary events is what we're up to now. Complementary events, basically, the best way to describe it is this, right? If P outside of A is the probability that event A does occur, right? That the event A will occur. Probability of A with a little dash on top is the probability that event A does not occur. P with a little a, P outside of A and P outside of A dash are what we call complementary events. Alright? So for example, what is the probability of rolling a 3? It's 1 out of 6, right? That's the probability of rolling a 3. The probability, the complementary event would be what is the probability of not rolling a 3. Alright? It's the opposite of not rolling the 3. Alright? And in this case, the probability would be 5 out of 6. Because there's 5 numbers that you could roll that aren't 3. Okay? So the probability of rolling a 3 is 1 out of 6. The probability of not rolling a 3 is 5 out of 6. And both those two events are what we call complementary to each other. Alright? And this is what we know about complementary events. Alright? For two complementary events, alright, P of A, or the probability of A, and the probability of A not, alright, A dash, you will find that the probability of one plus the probability of the other gives you 1. Okay? And the reason why is because the probability of something occurring plus the probability of it not occurring will give you all possibilities, will cover all possible outcomes that you can have. Yes? So for example, what's the probability of rolling a 3 on a dice? It's going to be 1 out of 6, isn't it? What's the probability of not rolling a 3? And we write that with a 3 with a little dash on top. Not rolling a 3? Well, there's 5 other numbers that it could be, right? 1, 2, 4, 5, or 6, right? So it's going to be 5 out of 6. Yes? Now, what happens when we add the probability of rolling a 3 and the probability of not rolling a 3? It becomes 1 out of 6 plus 5 out of 6, which ends up being 6 out of 6. 6 out of 6 is 1 whole. So the probability of rolling a 3 plus the complementary event of not rolling a 3 will give you 1. Okay? Cool. And that's basically what I want to cover with you today in this episode, is that the probability of an event plus its complementary will give you 1. So in other words, to find the probability of a complementary event, if given the probability of an event, you just take 1 away from that probability to find the probability of the complementary, and vice versa. Okay? So these two will add to give 1, which means if you just want to find one of them, you take the other away from 1. That's all it means. Okay? Let's leave that here today with this episode. I just want you to be aware of what complementary events are and how complementary events work with probabilities of normal events. Okay? Good. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.